just give it an intro.
Welcome.
We're back.
We are back.
It's just the two of us again.
Just the two of us.
Just the two of us again and again. The two of us again.
Alright, we're gonna make
and
him
again.
stop singing because we had a lot
Okay.
of comments last time about your
What do you mean?
singing.
Did we?
Yeah, we had a few comments saying, "Can we please stop him singing, please?"
I don't remember. Did I sing last week?
No, not last week. The week before.
What did I sing?
When we got told Jacob wasn't gonna be here, you were saying it's just the two of us.
Oh, that's right. The two of us.
Yeah.
Two of us.
But welcome back, guys. I
Welcome
hope
back,
your
another-
week has been as good as ours.
It's been fantastic.
Yeah, and a lot of sport.
Living the life, mate.
Yes.
Yes.
I think today we're just going to be talking about the rugby of the leagues.
The rugby of the leagues.
Yes, I think so.
The rugby of the leagues. It was a good week. How's your week been?
Yeah, hectic.
Hectic, yeah.
Hectic.
A lot of stuff going on, mate.
I had to travel all the way down to Nowra on the weekend, only for my
yeah.
hockey game to be cancelled because of the rain. An hour and 20
Don't
minute
you-
drive all the
don't
way
you hate
down to
that?
Nowra, and they called it as our game was meant to start.
Don't you hate that?
It was annoying.
Yeah, that would be annoying. Comment down below if you've ever had that happen to you. And again, any experience when you've had it rained out, you know. I remember times where, you know, I've played in the rain.
Oh, the field was flooded.
The field was
Yeah,
flooded.
you
Yeah.
couldn't see the field at all.
Oh, well, then that's unsafe working for us. I remember a time playing AFL and we were actually warming up in the rain
Yeah, good.
before they cancelled it. As the siren was sounding.
Wow,
Yeah. So,
that's a bit shit.
it was a bit shit. So,
How's your
yeah,
week been?
yeah, it's been good. Ruffled some feathers during the week.
Yeah. Best way to put it.
Best way to put it.
If you know, you know.
If you know, you know. If you don't know, then
Don't worry about it.
don't worry about it. But you know, so ruffled a few feathers.
Yeah.
Shook off some cobwebs.
Yeah.
And I feel good now.
Do you feel good?
Feel back to my old self
Yeah.
when we first started doing this.
Yeah.
So I feel good.
I'll tell you what.
What's up, mate?
I feel like what we should do,
What's
we
that?
need to get a table
Yeah.
and sit
Mm.
on either side of the table.
On either side
Yeah.
of the table. And do a real
And
podcast.
do a real podcast.
Real podcast. Oh, okay. Well, I don't know where we're going to get a table from.
I don't know.
I mean, we've got a table right here.
Nah, it won't be.
It won't be big
It's
enough.
a long table.
Be a long
yeah.
table. We need armchairs though, like armchairs in the one in the
In the
corner over there.
Yeah, of course. We can always do that.
We can arrange that.
We can arrange that
Okay. Well, that can be our next movement.
next week.
We've gone from the floor next week.
week.
We're going to be discussing this after
We
the
will be.
after the show.
Yeah.
So,
We will be.
but yeah, moving on.
Moving on.
The war room, the newsroom.
Yes.
News
News with Lockie. News with Lockie. News with Lockie. News with Lockie.
That's the intro cut for
To-
all news reports now.
Yes.
All right. All right. So in the news report today, injury and suspension crisis in the game is still happening.
Well,
A lot of injuries and a lot of suspensions.
well, did you see that every high tackle this weekend's going to be a sin bin?
I was about to get to that.
Oh, my bad.
I was about to get to that, but yes, injury and suspension crisis hits the NRL still.
Yes.
I think it's about, 10, 12 players not playing this weekend due to suspension.
Yeah.
So,
And injuries.
lack of discipline, do you reckon? Or just the
Soft.
referees being whistle happy?
Yeah. Soft.
Soft, do you
Soft.
reckon? Yeah, soft.
I reckon.
Yeah.
Let them play.
Let them get concussions.
Yeah. Well, what did they do back in the day, huh? Like, I was watching a clip the other day where it was like the 95 and
Good year.
good year because probably Newcastle won. Who won? Don't act like.
Broncos.
Did they?
Broncos.
Oh, okay.
Broncos. That was the first year that Broncos went back to back.
Oh, back to back.
95, 96.
I see.
I think.
Anyways, there was
Someone
this
will correct me in the
Manly
comments.
player that got
Family.
hit hard.
Was it Jeff Tuvey?
No. And he played the ball backwards,
I think I remember this. I don't
right?
know who it is though.
And it was playing on, and he stumbled, right? Fell to the ground, but then got back into the defensive line like nothing happened.
Yeah, but I think what we know now about head
Oh yeah, no, of
concussions
course. You got to be
is,
safe.
is you got to be
Yeah.
safe. And I think going into our next one, so the high tackle crackdown, is it a positive? Is it a negative?
Stupid. I don't. Why? So you're telling me if I'm making a tackle, right, and you duck,
Mhm.
or not duck, like slip a little bit, and I collect you a little high, am I going to get sent to the bin?
I think in that case, that's a negative.
Yeah.
But I also think
But there's been reports saying Buzz Rothfield is completely wrong because he's an idiot and doesn't know what he's talking about.
the greatest journalist of all time.
Apparently so. And who's the referees coach? What's his name? The head of the referees?
Graham
Yeah,
Annesley.
He's come out and said that got taken out of proportion and it's only going to be it's common sense for certain
Okay,
tackles.
well that's all right. So
that's good.
if we're going off Graham Annesley's logic, and
should be
it's going
fine.
using commentators, it should be fine.
Yeah.
It should be the ones that are forceful, direct,
Of course.
and are the ones that can cause HIAs. And so many times, like I think we'll bring it up in our review, the Chance Nickel Cook stack.
See, I don't mind it still
Ed?
being a penalty because it's still a high tackle.
It is. It is.
Like people saying he ran into his shoulder. But Alex Satharth has got to lower his target.
That's exactly
He's
right.
got to drop his shoulder.
Well, Jerome Luai is actually the
That should
main
have been
offender
10
in
in
that
the
one.
bin.
Why? Because it's Jerome Luai.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, I think in that case, that's on the referee for missing that.
Yeah.
Why is a player? You're gonna ask yourself. Yes, everyone can bitch and moan about the players staying down, but at the end of the day, why are they staying down? That's the question we've got to ask ourselves as fans.
Yeah.
Why are they staying down? It's because the referee has not seen it, hasn't spotted it. All right, and he's trying to get them to realize, hey, you've been hit in the head. Now we can go off on if you stay down, you have to go out for 10, or not out for 10, but hey, out for 15 for HIA. You know. But I think, your referees are going to be more diligent if you see a hit in the head. It doesn't mean go into the bunker all the time,
Yes.
but just be diligent in your assessment kind of thing. So,
Yeah.
But yeah, so we'll be interested in seeing this weekend.
100%.
Big news from Team List.
Look,
Latrell Mitchell
back.
starts back, but not a fullback.
Center.
He's playing in I think, in our opinion here at the Armchair Coaches, his preferred position at centre. Jesus, that's going to be a dynamic centre pairing though.
Oh, of course.
Mitchell, Whiten.
Yeah.
So that comes up with one of the best centre pairings in the league. What do you reckon he does this? Does this do well for his confidence? Drink his.
Yes.
That was very seductive there.
Ned Brockman, sponsor us, please.
Yeah. Oh, if give us a shout out, Ned Brockman.
Please.
We'll give you a shout out if you give us a shout out. Yeah, we'll put you right there. Look at that. He's now part of the podcast.
Yeah.
What do you reckon,
He's
Ned?
replaced Jacob.
Look at that.
Yeah.
Back to my question.
Yes.
What does this do for Latrell Mitchell, both on a professional and personal?
I think he may be a little upset he hasn't been put back to fullback, personally. But I think for his game, it's going to be good because he won't be doing the big kick returns and ruining his body that way. So for his body and his game, it's probably good because that means he can be more damaging in key areas.
Definitely.
And then he can always come searching for the ball. he's probably going to get that license from Wayne Bennett to Rome. So it's not like he's going to
Stuck on an
yeah,
edge.
a bit like
You
what
know.
Tom Turbo did in the 2019 Origin
definitely.
series.
What Zach Lomax is doing right
Yeah.
now at the Eels. So
Was it 20?
we
was
said
it
this.
2019? Yeah, it was.
It's
Yeah.
29. We said this before we went on air.
Yeah.
Everything started falling apart for that man in that 2020 season with Joey Manu. When he
Got
hit
hit in the
Joey,
head.
got Joey Manu got hit in the head by Latrell Mitchell. It kind of, both professionally and personally,
Yeah.
everything just went down for him. So maybe this can be the regenesis of Latrell Mitchell. Maybe.
Yes. Yes.
So Jacob Kura has a slight chance of playing.
I don't
this
think he
weekend.
will.
Your
I don't
thoughts
know.
as a Bulldogs player, fan?
We shouldn't risk him because our backline's good enough. I don't think we should risk him for this week, considering we got the bye next week. We do.
Oh, you got the
We've
bye.
got the bye
I
next
thought, no, that's right. East, no,
Give him
you
another
got
week,
Easter.
and
Yeah, give
then
him
return him
2
on Good
weeks.
Friday with kick out and Burden back. You know, that's just some pretty handy pickups.
Yeah, you got to. I think this isn't the game to make a statement because to be fair, you're facing the Knights.
Yes.
And it's going to be a good. We've discussed this is probably one of the match of the round, in our opinions.
Until the Bulldogs win 40-0.
Okay, well, let's not get too ahead of ourselves, but okay. But we both said that it's going to be a good game.
Yes.
So why not make a statement to the league against the Eagles? You know, like
True.
You know, so like put the salt to him. 66-0 on Good Friday. You have all your gun players back. Everyone comments or people give you. Oh, South. I'm getting confused. Why am I? Okay.
Yes, because we play the Eels on the Queen's birthday,
Okay, that's probably why.
the Monday.
But yeah, I just think everyone could be looking at, he's just trying to pass it on the Eels, but at the end of the day, South. At the end of the day, this weekend's going to be a gritty game for both of our teams. I think we'll get there.
We will get there.
We'll get there, but I just think that. So you don't think Perez should play?
Nah, I don't want to risk him.
No.
He's too important.
Too important. Signing. We'll get to some signing news. The big one out of this week, Will Price. It breaks my
He's
heart.
gone.
It breaks my heart. He is gone. He's been granted his release from the Newcastle Knights from a both professional and personal
Perspective.
He is signed for Hull FC on an immediate move. So he will not see out his contract. He will move straight away back to England.
Yep.
I see a lot of people saying he's a failed NRL player.
I won't say failed. He never got time.
How is he a failed NRL player when he's only played 1 or 2 games?
I don't think he got given the game time to prove himself. And there was plenty of times where he should have got given the play time last year.
Definitely, yep.
With Kalaponga being out injured for a fair bit of the season last year. And with the halves...
he was also injured when Caleb Ponga was injured.
But also,
so that's what,
there was plenty of opportunities to put him in the halves. Because they were chopping and changing every week, but they just weren't changing to him.
I know you were a big person that was wanting... Big fan of Will Price.
Of course.
Wanting him to be in the halves.
Yes.
And he could have made a big difference. He could have been the Fletcher Shop of last year.
I've watched him in all the most of the reserve grades last year, and he just looked another level compared to everybody else.
And he was another character.
Oh yeah,
like you see the behind the scenes at the Knights. He was a character. Like the first try he scored at Newcastle, the swagger he had, the persona he had. He could have been that level of character in the team, but again, the way Adam O'Brien coaches, he's not that type of coach to have personalities.
I reckon if he was at any other club, he would have succeeded.
Oh, definitely. I think he would have been a big player, and I don't be surprised if he comes back in the NRL.
Because he's still very young.
Yeah, he's only like 19.
No.
19, 20, 21.
I've got to
He's in between 19 and 22. as he searches that
As I
up,
search it up,
I'll move on to some other signing news, not as big. Jake Clifford is being rumored to be linked to Lead
22,
Leopards.
yeah.
Yeah, 22 years old. Jake Clifford's being linked, or Lead Leopards have been rumored to be going after Jake Clifford for the 2026 season. Going back to England again just seems like he's just chopping and changing.
Yeah.
Jake Clifford.
I don't know. I think maybe because he didn't get the starting spot at the Cowboys this year.
Well, he's in there
But
now.
he played pretty well on the weekend, I must say
He
so
did,
myself.
he did play pretty well.
He did. He did.
I don't think this is the right move for him.
No, I think he should stay at the Cowboys.
He needs to stay where he needs to stay. He needs to stay in Australia.
So I'm going to do some more Googling.
Okay, you do more Googling. While I talk, I just think if he's going back to England so many times,
Maybe that's his safe spot.
you know, it could be a safe spot. And then an NRL team looks at him and goes, "Oh, Jake Clifford's looking pretty good at the moment."
That's not the right one.
What are you looking for?
Jake Clifford.
Oh, Jake Clifford. You look at Jake Clifford and he started at the Cowboys.
Yes.
Then he went to the Knights. Then he went to England. Then he came back to
He's
the
still
Cowboys.
27.
And he's still
He's
27.
got heaps of time to improve.
He's got still heaps
Yeah.
of times. And he's in the pecking order of the Cowboys. He's
at the top right
halfback.
now. Yeah.
He's at the top. So why try and, make that decision?
Mm-hmm.
Stay where you are. Okay. So going off the news, with Justin Olam retiring.
Yes.
Very sad news.
Very sad.
I hope Justin Olam finds well and he's part of life without footy now. So hoping he actually gets PNG money, like goes up and be as a coaching
Probably
player.
will be.
I reckon he will
Tax
be.
free too.
Tax free too. How good's that? The Tigers are now going big for Lachlan Galvin, looking at $1 million for 5 years.
This is so stupid.
Hold on.
$1
let me
million
explain.
for 5 years.
1 million each. So I think it's a
For
5
5
mil,
years.
5 years. Yeah. So
Every 5.
thoughts, opinions. Jake's not here. Also, we forgot to mention Jake is not here again today this
We
week.
already mentioned that.
Oh, did we?
Yeah.
Oh, just to mention again, Jake is not here
Jake
again.
is not here. Jake is not here. He's not here. But
He's not
Ned's here.
But Ned Brockman's here. Ned Brockman says, you should shout us out.
That's good.
Your
That's going
thoughts?
on TikTok. Ned.
Oh, mate.
Yeah.
Ned.
Please, Ned.
Please, Ned.
Anyway.
Anyways,
I don't
Galvin.
I don't agree with it.
He isn't $1 million player.
Not yet.
I don't think he's $1 million ever.
I don't. Yeah, same here. So you're telling me he's on the same level as who's also worth? So you're telling
Nathan Cleary.
Nathan Cleary,
Adam Reynolds.
Caleb Ponga.
Not. Nathan Cleary, Kalen Ponga.
Who else is on a mill? Payne Haas. Oh, is it
Tino.
Is he on a mill?
Tino's on the mill.
Dave Fifita. I mean, he'd probably. But,
Well, they're probably on the par.
Who
else is a playmaker that's on? Jerome Hughes.
Jerome Hughes is he?
Would be $1 million player if you went to market.
Yeah, true. He would be. But yeah, you can't just. He's not even in the top 5/8. I don't think. Not yet.
No, there's levels.
Yeah.
Levels. You've got Tom Dearden above him. You've got Cameron Munster above him.
Burton.
You've got Matt Burton.
Luke Brooks, you can say.
I would put Luke Brooks up there. You've
Ben
probably
Hunt.
got Chanel, Harris Tavita, Ben Hunt. I would probably even put Fletcher Sharp above
They're
him.
probably on the same level.
They're probably on the same level, but I think
I'd probably put Lachlan Galvin just above Fletcher Sharp, just because he's played
more time.
5'8".
But if Galvin keeps going the way he's going, like I saw on the weekend, I went to the Warriors Tigers game, and the last 10 minutes he did not ice those games.
No, he did not.
There's a few sprayed balls.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's probably just because he hasn't got the experience.
No, probably not.
If you are going on to be one of those $1 million players, you got to ice those moments.
That's exactly right. Like there's the pass that the last minute or so, and they're going down, and they're on the 40-meter line, and he's just past it, and he's just into no man's land.
Yeah.
You've got to ice those moments if you're going to be $1 million player. So,
Yeah.
you know, everyone who's got that price tag has suffered the same fate. Caleb Ponga,
Yeah.
the big one. Dylan Brown now,
Mhm.
also the other big one. But yeah, last bit of signing news. Chance Nickel Cookstad is set to reject the New Zealand Warriors contract to go to the Super League.
Interesting.
Would this mean that Tane Tuopiki
Goes to fullback.
goes to fullback?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
He's wasted on the wing, unfortunately.
Or would you go Roger
No.
Tuivasa?
Tane.
You reckon
Yeah.
Tane?
Well, Roger's injured. And
He is injured at
and
the
will he
moment.
be the same when he comes back?
No.
He's
Don't
not
think
getting
so.
any younger.
Oh,
Well,
Jake's. Oh, we got a message from Jake. He's asked if anyone's made changes to their super coach at the moment.
yes. Yes, I have.
You have? Okay.
Yes.
This is very groundbreaking. Maybe we should we
We'll do a separate super coach.
you want to do something?
Yeah.
Should we video him in? No. No. Oh, get fucked, Jake.
Well, he can't because he's probably at work.
Oh, probably is at work. Well, why is he messaging us at work?
Probably on. I don't know.
Yeah.
Is that him again?
Oh, yeah, it's him again. What did you do? Okay, that's right.
We'll talk to him later.
Talk to him later. Yeah. All right. Well, that's the newsroom.
Yep.
Newsroom's over. How many games did you watch this weekend?
4.
4. Which games did you watch?
I watched the second Friday night game.
The Dolphins Broncos.
Yep.
Yep.
I watched.
Dolphins Broncos game, by the way, is Broncos 20, Dolphins 12.
Yep.
I think we all expect the scoreline to be
Yep.
that. The other game?
I watched the Bulldog Sharks,
Of typical.
and then I watched which one did I watch? Then both Sunday games.
So the
Para
first Sunday
Manly.
game would have been Manly 26, Eels 12.
Yeah. Standard.
Nothing standard, nothing
Expected,
really to talk about.
yeah.
Expected.
Para suck.
Well, Paris showed some glimmers.
No,
There was some
I don't
glimpses.
care.
Well, I watched this
I
game, a
hate
little bit of
Parramatta
glimpse.
and they suck.
Well, you
I
hate
hope you're
Parramatta.
watching this. You know who you are. You know who you are.
Okay, apparently
I
you know
hate
who you
Parramatta
are. He hates Parramatta.
so much.
Okay, all right.
Jason Miles needs to get sacked.
Jesus Christ, Jesus, he hasn't even got his feet underneath the desk yet.
Yeah, he has.
Who would you, if you're going to sack Jason Riles now?
Brad
who would you
Arthur.
put in?
Got him to a grand final. Bring him back.
I can't argue with that logic.
Yeah, you can't. He got him to a grand final.
But he was so. He just kept going with the same people.
Yeah,
He didn't put in.
and it worked. Until last year, until the year before. But yeah,
Till the year before.
that's all right. Bring back
Normally, I'm the one
Gutho.
making. Normally, I'm the one making outrageous claims.
Get rid of Josh Adokar.
To be fair, they probably do need to get rid of
He's
him.
not that good.
He does bring experience and leadership.
Of course.
You're going mental today.
Yeah, I just
This
really
podcast.
don't like Parramatta.
Okay, fair enough. The other game, we'll briefly top on before we dissect the other 5 games, is Cowboys 30, Raiders 20.
Yes.
So we're not going to really dissect it much. We'll
Shock.
probably just skim it.
Shock. I would say it's a shock. Cowboys needed to win a game. No better way.
Queensland,
better
North
way to-
Queensland.
Complete different conditions to what Canberra used to playing in.
Oh, definitely.
So they probably played
It
into
was a good
account.
game. Good. I would say it's a good game.
Oh, actually, I did watch half of this game. It wasn't. Yeah, it was decent. But when I saw the Daily M points come out, how did Jake Clifford not get the 6 points and Tom did and got 6?
Oh, it's rigged.
Mate,
We all know the Daily M's rigged. Just look at what happened in
even
2023.
if you look the eye, you could tell Clifford was the better player on that game. But even if you look at the stats, It's all in favour of Jack Clifford. Like, I don't understand. Who is doing these votes?
Well, they normally show you when you look at the Dalian things, but yeah.
I'm gonna.
Yeah, quickly Google. I will dissect the games. I'll just keep dissecting this game. I thought it was a good game. Great game.
A good game of rugby league.
Good game of rugby league. It was back and forth for a lot of it.
High
Concerns.
scoring.
Raiders winning 2. High scoring, yeah. 50 points all over. Raiders losing 2 in a row now. Away, so begs to differ. Cowboys needing the win.
Yeah.
So Jake's prediction goes out the window.
Yep.
With them losing 5
Yeah,
in a row.
sucked in.
Man, you're on fire today.
I am on fire.
But yeah, I think looking at it now, you'd think, Cowboys needed this.
They did.
Cowboys was just
I think
expected to
they kick on from here.
You reckon they
Yeah.
keep on? I don't think they'll get top 8.
I don't think they'll finish.
I don't
Bottom
think they'll
four.
bottom 4. I think they were in that 9 to 13.
Yeah, I agree.
I think they're not in the rebuilding, but I think they just need to.
They're not consistent enough.
No, they're not consistent enough, and I think they just need to blood new youth.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
But yeah, let's kick off. Let's dissect some of these games.
Yes.
So the Thursday night game.
South versus
The
Panthers.
tipsters nightmare round, I reckon.
Yeah.
South 28,
Panthers 18.
18. Where do you want to begin?
Jai Grey.
Dry grey. Fuck yeah.
Pocket Rocket.
If there's any South players I actually half like, between him and Alex Johnston.
No, I don't like any of them.
Yeah, I know you don't like any of them, but I look, personally, I want Alex Johnston to beat Ken Irvine's record.
It'd be good to see.
It'd be good. It'd be good to see. It'd be just good to see.
Actually, yeah, actually, would that get changed to the Alex Johnston medal?
That probably would.
It should.
It should,
but probably not.
Probably not. But Jai Gray.
What a player.
Oh,
What
mate, he
player.
tops the Dally M at the moment.
Behind your man?
In front of my man.
In front of your
In
man.
front of my man.
Connor
In front of my
Tracy.
man, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Has Connor Tracy done any knee sliding tackles, head-eye tackles recently?
Yes, he did.
No, knee
he
sliding.
did.
Knee
Yes,
sliding.
you said head-eye tackles.
Knee sliding to the head. Not the head-eye. I know.
Don't think Kalen Ponga's done a knee sliding tackle.
No, that's not who we're debating, remember? We're debating someone else.
Who
No, it was Kalapunga. He did it in the Maori All-Stars game.
No, he didn't.
Yeah, he did.
Oh, I didn't watch that game.
There you go.
Didn't watch that game. But I heard he didn't do it. But anyways, we're getting off topic here.
Sorry.
Jai Gray again.
Yeah, he's a good player.
Everyone was thinking, is Latrell Mitchell really going to push out Jai Gray?
Obviously not.
Obviously not. Obviously, Wayne Bennett has seen something in Jai Gray that he really, really likes. Jamie Humphries again.
Outstanding.
Was really good. Panthers.
I'm not worried.
Eesh.
The only reason I can understand.
Are you sure?
I can see why people are worried. But
They talk about this 5-year system, and I put it in the group chat, and I got obliterated for this.
I love how you said this. The 5-year thing. When are we starting this 5 years? Was it this year or was it 5 years ago? Because they've just won 4 in a row.
I just meant that we've built. That everyone's talked about systems and how Penrith Panthers are built on a system.
So you'd expect them to win 5 in a row?
You would. Well, I would.
No.
I would expect them to win if there was an expectation you built on systems and you built this underground
premierships in a row. Continue.
You built this system, an empire of junior systems. Wouldn't there be that expectations of being superior for a long time, longer than 4 years?
You can say that, but it's for juniors. Sometimes it's not like they come in and start. They're the best players in their positions.
No,
There's a betting period, and then once you lose such experience in the team, it's hard to just throw these wouldn't say younger, but more inexperienced NRL players
Yeah.
in there, and
Yeah.
say do what they
Yeah.
did, and
Is
I think it's just I think everyone's being a little bit harsh on the Panthers. I think people are being harsh because they hate the Panthers and know what they've done in the last 4 years.
yeah. Well, that's me. I'll tell you that. Question to you:
Yes.
they went with Trent Talau. Should they have gone with Brad Schneider instead?
No, because in the trial games, Trent Tolia,
Oh, the toilet. Yeah, sorry. My apologies.
he performed really well in the trials. Like he looked like he could partner Nathan Cleary as a six, but they decided to go with Jack Cole. But unfortunately, he went off injured.
He did. I actually thought he went off and got the flick, but no, he
No,
did
he got
go
injured,
off injured.
yeah.
I did see the injury. But they did look good with Brad Schneider on there.
I do rate Brad Schneider.
You
I do
know,
rate. I think
they did look good with Brad Schneider. That's why I bring up the question.
yeah. No, I agree.
They looked very clinically with Trent, but I just thought when Brad Schneider came in, they looked a little more crisp and clean. That's not the only reason why I asked that question.
Yeah, that's fair.
Losing so much experience, especially with Luai and Fisher Harris leaving,
Of course, I don't.
it's you don't. I'm not expecting, and this is contradicting what I said. My expectation now for the Panthers is that I don't think they are top 14.
Nah, they're probably
I
not.
think they're going to be 5th to 9th.
Yeah, I think
in
they
my
still
opinion.
make the 8, only because they've still got good players. They've got good enough players.
You've got Cleary still. You've got
That's
Yo
why.
still.
That's
You got Toto still. You got Liam Martin still. You got Moses Leota still.
that's why I said I'm not worried for Panthers. If they lose this week, then I would be a little bit worried because they get Cleary back this week.
Cleary back.
So
Who they versing this week?
Cowboys
And Cowboys coming off
a win,
a win.
but Panthers are coming off 3 losses in a row.
Correct.
So
So you never know. You never know what's going to happen.
yeah,
Next game. Another upset. The Roosters 12.
what would you say?
The mighty Titans Premiership flex.
Would
30.
you say this is an upset? I wouldn't say this is an upset. If we're
I
going
would
based
say-
on form,
Based on form, yes, but based on money and the sporting bets, yes, I would say it's an upset. I would have saying it's upset because the Titans haven't beaten the Roosters in Sydney since 2015.
oh well.
So I would say this is an upset. I think it's the upset because of the scoreline.
Yeah, but we all know the Titans do have a lot of points in them.
I've been trying to tell everyone.
No, I know. I agree with you. Like, you remember what I said to you? Just don't score 20 points and you win the game. But as soon as you score 20 points, the Titans will score 30.
So
But not in this game. The Roosters,
not in
the
this
Roosters
game.
didn't.
They actually defended. They've defended really well. Past 2 games they've played.
Yeah.
Like I'm discounting the Bulldogs game because
Yeah, of course.
Bulldogs in Belmore will always
Bulldogs in general.
Bulldogs
This
in
season so far.
Yeah. But these past 2 games against the Roosters and the Knights, their defense has been
Top.
top class. And their attack has been good.
Mm-hmm.
David Feeder was pretty good in this game. I would say.
That'll be his one good game of the year and then be done.
I think so. So maybe. Well, hopefully for the Titans fans' sake.
I hope not.
It's not?
I hope not. I hope he stays shit. So I'm really on fire.
Okay.
I'm really on fire today.
No one's on
I'm
fire.
on
This is
fire.
normally me. Jesus, I'm normally on the loud mouth
Yeah.
face, dude. And you're the calm one out of the 2 of us.
Yep. No.
Seems like the roles have been reversed. Any other comments about this game? Any worries for the Roosters?
Yes. Major.
Major?
Major. Of course.
My one concern is Victor Radley.
Yeah, another head knock.
Another head knock. Mate, just
Learn how to tackle properly, bro.
not even that. Just
Get your head out of the way.
mate, go take a couple months.
Yeah,
Honestly.
you might as well because the Roosters aren't going to do anything this year.
Honestly.
Might as well just take the year off.
Just get your head right.
Yeah.
Like Kalen, we've seen what happened to Kalen Ponga.
Yeah.
And he took a couple months off and he became the best player in the world. And you can't deny that because he was.
Not saying anything.
You know, but yeah, I just think Victor needs a couple months just to so that head and that brain.
Listen, Victor. You have your couple months off, and you can come back and be the best player in the world.
Listen, you can become the Dally M medalist if you do that.
Imagine Victor Radley wins a Daily M before Nathan Cleary.
Oh my God, Jesus Christ! Oh, could you imagine?
Oh, that'd be good. That'd be
That would
funny.
that would be headlines everywhere. Yeah, I still stand by. I don't think he's ever going to win a Dally M.
I think you could.
He's not going to win it this year. I don't.
With the point system, anybody can win it.
Anyone can win it.
Can you?
Jai Gray can win it.
Hang on. No, sorry. No. Stop. Just stop. You just told me that Kalen Ponga had a couple months off, right? He came back and won the Daily M that year.
Correct.
He played the last half of the season.
He played 10 games and got 6 points in every game he
You
played.
don't need to be playing a full season anymore to
you
win the
don't.
Daily M.
No,
That's
you
why I
don't.
think it's probably going to be easier for Nathan Cleary to win again, considering without all the stars now.
Pretty much, yeah.
So if
he would be the one-man team.
yeah,
He would be the Kalen Ponga of 2023.
exactly. So
As I said this to you boys way back when, and I'll say now. And everyone was like, oh, what about Sean Johnson? Sean Johnson had chance to clock that. Sean Johnson had Dallin Wattenley-Sneers.
who?
He had
Dallin Woodtenny is the Lesniak. That one?
Dallin Wattenley-Sneers.
No, you got
DWZ.
You got
DWZ. He had Luke Metcalf at the start.
Yeah, of course.
He had Adam Fnewell-Bay.
No. I
He
agree.
had Wade
Yeah,
Egan.
no.
But Kalen Ponga
Had one person.
was Kalen Ponga. He was just one person. And you may have had Bradman Best, maybe, at one point.
Yeah.
You know, but Tyson Gamble may have gotten a point here and there. Anyways, moving on. Another upset. Dragons 14, the Storm 8.
Storm were robbed.
Go, explain.
I didn't watch the game. I just seen a lot of things that Storm got robbed.
So I'm guessing what we're going to discuss is the Eli Katoa no try.
Yeah.
I jumped up in the air, grabbed the ball, and knocked it on into into a Dragons player. Which is it up to debate whether he did or not. I do have to watch the clip again. I did forget to. I haven't watched the clip. So you think they were robbed?
From
What you've
Yeah.
heard? What you've heard?
Yeah. Should have been a try.
But we can't discount the Dragons.
No, of course not.
You cannot discredit the Dragons.
Of course not.
They did play well. They played very very orientated.
Dylan Egan, what a player.
Mate, he was great. He was a good player. He got that penalty that got him. Where the Storm peppered him for so long.
Just a
and they finally
workhorse.
got out. And Dylan Egan took that hit up for that penalty. And you can see the lads getting around him. So he probably is a good,
Good find
good find for him.
in their junior system. Yeah, it's a bit like what the Eagles should be doing with their junior system, trusting the young players.
And you wanted to keep Brad Arthur.
Well, yeah, true. But why do they keep on picking Charlie Geimer, and then the next game they're dropping him? What is the go with that?
Don't get me started on that.
Like,
I'm a bit more frustrated than you are.
I'm complexed.
Yeah,
Who the fuck is Daniel Kerr?
Obviously, it's Daniel.
Who the fuck is that?
Man, sorry, Daniel Kerr, if you're watching this, you've just got obliterated by Noah over
What?
here.
Like, I looked at his New South Wales Cup stats. Charlie Geimer clears him in every single department.
Charlie Geimer clears anyone in any department ever.
I don't understand.
Look, Charlie Geimer, if you're looking for a way out, I heard the Knights have a lot of money at the moment, so you can come sign with us.
I'd rather pay Charlie Geimer $1 million than fucking Lachlan Galvin, honestly.
Oh man, yeah. Very true. Let's move on. Let's create more Noah chaos here. I would actually say this would be another upset.
The fucking doggies! How fucking good were
Sharks
they?
6, Bulldogs 20. I actually
Fuck
didn't watch.
off.
You can actually take, because I actually didn't watch this.
Of course you didn't.
No,
Of course you didn't.
I was out and
No,
about this
no,
game.
that's fair. No.
So I'll let you take the reins here.
You missed probably one of the best Bulldogs wins of the last 3 years.
Okay, so what makes it the greatest Bulldog? One of the biggest
Against
Bulldogs wins?
a premiership contender in the Sharks.
Yep.
We had probably 3 of our best players missing in Burden, Kickout, and Carraz.
Oh, continue. I've got a question about one of your players at the moment.
Okay.
But continue.
And I just think it just goes to show that the Sharks aren't as hot as everyone thinks they are. And I just think the Bulldogs' defense was just absolutely superb again. It just goes to show. It just does, and it's the little moments like Harry Hayes, that
He's a good
try
player.
saving
Really good player.
kick defusal was just that really was like that's what you got to do in this Bulldog side. You just got to compete in every single play, and that's what they did. They just competed in every single play, and you would have thought the Sharks forward pack would roll over the Dogs, but no. Max King stepped up once again. He had a bit of an off game last week against Para, but then he just stepped up and
Seems to be every time I'm not watching. He has a
I
good
know,
day.
I know.
So what's going to happen this weekend?
Oh, he's going to be man of the match, score 2 tries. That's what he's going to do. Daniel Saluka Fafita was good again. It just goes to show, like, you don't need to spend this big money on big forwards. Like, you spend 200, 300, 400K on forwards, and they'll just run the ball hard, tackle hard. That's what they got. That's what they're there to do. They're not there to do the fancy offloads and kicks and whatever. But and you would have thought the Sharks backline would have rolled the Bulldogs. Absolutely not. Connor Tracy again was superb, coming second in the Daily M's, which is
Equal second.
equal second. Sorry, my bad.
Second.
And how good is my man Bronson Sherry? My man.
Might need a time limit on
Sorry,
this.
I'll stop there. But it was good. Just a good game.
So Nico Hines, again a talking point.
Hang on. No. Sorry. We shouldn't be talking about Nico Hines. We should be talking about William fucking Kennedy. He is so bad. He is so bad. They need to put Nico Hines back to fullback and play Daniel Atkinson at 7. Or 6 and Trindle at 7. That's what they need to do. Like, that's if they want to be a premiership contender, that's what they need to do. They need to fuck off Will Kennedy. 100%. He offers nothing. In my opinion. I don't know if anybody else's opinion, but he's not fast. He's not skillful. The only thing is,
I would disagree. He is a very skillful person.
no, I wouldn't
He's
say
really
that.
good defensively.
No, that was the thing I was about to say. The only thing I can say he's really good at is his defensive work. That's the only thing I can say. But
He's
I
really
don't
good
think
defensively.
I don't think he's as skillful as everyone thinks he is.
I just think that they've built this back 5
I think the back 5 make him look better than what he is.
because this back 5 they've got. So if you've got, because they've had this back 5 for pretty much 4 years. You've Ronaldo, Katoa,
Ramian.
and Ramian and Will Kennedy have always been that mainstays. It's always been that one change. Like, so few years ago was Talakai,
Mm-hmm.
and they had a really good pairing. Him and Ronaldo had
Yes.
a great pairing.
Yes.
And now it's Euro who's come in and taken that
Yeah.
spot. So I think they've just built that mainstay so much. You just can't take Will Kennedy out.
I think you can.
It's going to take a... But you've built this so structured.
It's early
If
enough.
you take Will Kennedy out, what if you take Kennedy out and the whole backline just crumbles?
It's early enough in the season to do it.
Who are you going to put in there? You can put in Nico Hines, who isn't crash hot at the moment.
Nico Hines is a fullback. He is a fullback. I don't care what you tell me. He is a fullback. He played his juniors as a fullback. Coming through at the Storm, he was a fullback.
Do you think they tried to do that element of Jerome Hughes?
Yeah.
Because Jerome Hughes was...
Yeah. No, 100%.
Into a halfback, which was really
and
well.
it just didn't work. It just hasn't worked.
Well, he had that one fluke year when he won Dally M. And even then, that was...
He wasn't really that good that year, was he?
That was 22, wasn't it?
23.
22, mate.
Oh, it's 23. Come on, it's 23. Yeah. Who won it last year?
Jerome Hughes.
Oh, that's right. He did too.
My super coach player of the year.
But
I had him pretty much. I had Jerome Hughes pretty much the entire year. And I'm like, that man's going to win and I said earlier, that man's going to win a Dally M. And guess what happened?
He won
Dally M.
But yeah. Have you got any other questions? When are you going to ask me about one of my players?
Yes. I was going to ask you about your rumoured player at the moment, the rumoured signee you just had.
Tom Amone?
Yes, Tom Amone.
He's super unfit. That's what it is.
Okay, so that was my question.
He's
Why
super
is there
unfit.
rumours going around that he is not... You're looking just to pass him on now?
He's not fit enough for the NRL.
Okay.
Which is a shame because...
Well, he came over for big raps.
Yeah, like, you look at the highlights and he was lean, lots of muscle, and you thought, okay, he could do something here.
Yeah.
But then he came over for preseason. Fuck, he was chubby.
Yeah.
And he just hasn't lost it.
He hasn't.
No.
Well, which is a shame. You don't want him into that Josh Schuster
Yeah.
area.
Well, we've had problems before with this. Tony Williams,
Oh yeah, Big Tony. Yeah,
Big Tony.
T-Rex. Yeah. So you've either got two choices. You give him that ultimatum. You hit this way at this certain time.
Yeah.
Or you go.
Yeah.
Or you can't.
I think that's probably what has happened, is happening.
And, yeah.
And it's getting close to that deadline where he's, it is what it is.
Are rumours that Lee Leopards are looking to bring him back? Because he did come from there, so it wouldn't be...
I can't even see him getting into the team, to be honest.
To your team?
I can't.
Yeah, no, he can't get into that team, I don't think.
Not at the moment, anyways.
You've got either injury or suspension at the moment.
And we still got Sam Hughes to come back.
You do, yeah. I haven't seen him play.
He's,
actually.
Round 8, I think it is.
So, moving on quickly. Another good game. Tigers 24. The Wires 26.
Fuck the Tigers.
Up the Wires.
Up the fuck off. Fuck off, Tigers.
Up the Wires.
Trying to think you're like the Bulldogs. Fuck off.
This was actually really good. I was at this game.
Yes.
As everyone knows, this was a really good game.
It was a good game, wasn't it? Yeah.
Back and forth, try scores everywhere.
We love a lot of points.
We do love a lot of points. You said the Tigers
Went back to them old selves.
went back to themselves. You said that they choked.
Yeah.
Explain.
Well, they were up by 12 points. Was it 12 or 10? 6. No. Oh, sorry. No, that disallowed try. I completely forgot about the disallowed try.
So they were up by
6.
They did however, they did score 2 tries to get
Yeah. So they had all the momentum going their way, and they just didn't capitalize. Just stupid plays again from the $1 million player in Lachlan Calvin, and Jerome Loy wasn't great again. And I don't know. I think it's just For the Tigers at the moment, it's moments that are letting them down, especially in these type of games. And
They're not a top. They're not a bottom. They're not going to win the spoon this year.
no, they won't win the spoon.
I think the Eagles are going to take that out.
But
This year.
I don't think they're gonna come close to the top 8.
Unless something happens or a change.
There's too many teams in between them and the top 8, in my opinion. Like, I think, like, especially that last 5 minutes, you're like, what is going on?
Yeah,
They're falling back into their old shell. And what if it just happens again this week? What if they just fall into that shell again this week and get absolutely smashed?
Oh, well, they probably will get smashed. With who they're versing? Broncos.
Oh yeah, true.
So that.
But we said this about the Broncos versus the Raiders, didn't we?
We did.
And it was the opposite way.
We did. Jeez, what about this man? Hell Seamer.
Yeah, that was a good try.
Probably try of the year contender. I think as I said to you, he's a second rower. He's in that forward rotation. We say, he's a centre. He's in the forward rotation.
Well, I think he grew up as playing as a centre, because as he gotten older, he's gotten bigger. He's fucking huge.
He's a unit. He ran. He buried.
He's like one of those bloody NFL prospects where they in the NFL combine they run the 40-yard sprint in record time. He's fucking huge.
He's quick. He's speed. He's agile. He just needs to stay fit, and he doesn't need to get into that laziness.
And let's what's the word?
What do you want to do, mate?
What's the word?
Recap?
No. Let's oh god, it's gone.
What do you describe what you're about to say?
Call out. Sorry. Let's call out Jacob. Apparently, he doesn't score that try if it's not raining.
Yes.
What a
let's. I hope we get the text message here.
Right.
If you can cut it here and edit it here. Yes, apparently he doesn't score this try if it's in the weather.
It's if it's dry. The Tigers probably aren't in the game if it's dry.
I turned around and said, "Well, it happens anyway if it's dry. It probably happens 10 times quicker if it is dry."
And I said, "Are we blaming the weather for the loss now? Are we? Got to complain. You got to complain to the conditions, don't you?"
You do, and I think the Warriors played well because it's always dewy over there. It's always wet over there, so they probably played the conditions really well. Adam Dewey getting injured
before the game,
minutes before the game, so reshuffled lineup.
I think they were just taking precaution. I don't think he's actually injured because he's named this week.
His name, so it probably was.
I think he might have just had.
Probably just a groin strain. You're like, oh, knowing his history of injuries, probably gone. Okay, let's not risk it. But yeah, it was it was a great game, back and forth. Also, don't be an idiot and throw a can on the field or any objects on the field. Witnessed someone do that on the weekend.
Did you tell him off?
I gave him a new one.
Did you?
I was like, mate, don't be an idiot.
Yeah.
You can't do that. I was. Just don't be an idiot.
Stupid.
If you're going to games, we get it, you're passionate. We're passionate here on the Armchair Coaches.
Yeah.
But don't throw things on the field.
Yeah. Just don't.
be
It's
silly.
stupid.
It's stupid because you could hurt someone. And it was close to the try line, and the Warriors were coming in we're on the 10-meter line. So, what happens if one of the Warriors slide in?
Yeah. Stupid.
It's
Idiot.
stupid. So,
Bloody Campbelltown.
yeah.
Bloody Campbelltown.
Any other comments about that game?
It's just good to see the Tigers lose.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, fair enough. Nothing else?
Just Don't like the Tigers either.
Don't like the Tigers? Yeah, that's right.
I don't really like any team, really, apart from the Bulldogs
Bulldogs, yeah.
and the Raiders.
And the Raiders.
Elvis.
Oh, well, speaking of the Raiders, you want to do our preview?
Oh, let's do it.
What a transition.
What a transition.
What a transition. Did you do that on purpose?
No,
or
do that.
accident?
Are they the Friday night, Thursday night game?
The Thursday night game, yeah.
How good is that?
As the Raiders v Sharks. Thursday night game this weekend, tomorrow
In
night.
Canberra,
Or tonight, actually, if you
watching this
tomorrow night we were as recording tonight
when it goes in.
if on Thursday night. Again, rapid fire scoreline, man of the match.
Of course.
Who you got?
Raiders.
Both teams need to bounce back from a loss.
Yeah, Raiders back at home. Joe Tarpany back. I know he was back last week, but back at home. He was good. He was good last week too.
Yeah.
26-16 Raiders. Who we go? Jamal Fogarty, man of the match.
I was going to go Jamal Fogarty too, man of the match. However, I'm going to go for 24-25.
Ooh.
This is going to be our first golden point game of the year.
Imagine we just don't get a golden point game all year.
If that happens, I will wear a Cowboys jersey.
Why Cowboys?
I don't know. I'll wear a Panthers jersey if that happens.
Okay.
If there's no golden point games,
Yep.
throughout the year, I'll wear a Panthers jersey on another podcast later in the year.
Yeah, right.
Speaking of Panthers,
Speaking of Panthers.
Panthers v Cowboys.
Fancy.
I mean, we're doing these transitions like on fire.
Yeah, I think Panthers bounce back. Let's go. Liam Martin, man of the match. 36-20.
That's a good scoreline. I think it's a really respectful scoreline. I'm gonna go for Jack Cole, man of the match.
Oh, interesting.
I'm gonna go 26-16. I think it'll be a close game. I think Cowboys would be still in it.
Yeah, of course.
Right until the last 10 minutes.
I think that's where my scoreline
Yeah.
is kind of like to 3 tries in the last 10 minutes.
Yeah, I think.
Or last 15 minutes, yeah.
This is gonna be a good one. Rabbitohs v Roosters.
Hang on. Can you hear that? Can you hear that?
Oh, it's the fan going.
It's the fan. We've got to do a team list comparison.
Oh,
Compare the team list.
There.
That's what I could hear.
That's what you could hear. Okay, whip out the
Oh, whip it out.
whip it out.
Not I'll whip out the phone.
Yeah, the phone. The phone.
The phone.
The phone.
All right. So, interesting. We didn't do team list Tuesday for the last 2 weeks, so we apologise. That's okay.
It's fine.
All right.
It's fine. This is our team list Tuesday
Yes.
now. Part of it.
Fullback, Jai Gray, James Tedesco.
James Tedesco.
We got. Yeah, sorry, James Tedesco.
Yeah, James Tedesco. I think that explains itself.
Isaiah Tass or Daniel Tupou.
Daniel Tupou.
If this was in the centres, I'd probably pick Tass, but not on the wing.
Definitely.
But Daniel Tupou.
Yep.
Latrell Mitchell or Mark N.
Oh, gee.
Latrell. You got to go Latrell Mitchell.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry. They weren't. Yeah, no, yeah.
Yeah.
You've gotta-
it's tough.
It is.
because of just
Mark N has been good this year.
he's been good this year, and both of their ceilings are so high still.
Yeah.
So
But yeah.
Yep.
Latrell.
that's right.
Jack Wine or Robert Toyer?
Jack
Wine. Michaela Rafalava or Dominic Young?
Oh,
Dominic Young.
Dominic.
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 Cody Walker, Sandon Smith. Sandon Smith. I fucking hate Cody Walker with a passion.
Then Smith.
Oh, wow.
Just.
I'm surprised by that.
Smith, just.
Okay. Jamie Humphries, Chad Townsend.
Jamie
Jamie
Humphries.
Humphries, of
Jamie
course.
Humphries.
Sean Capey or Lindsay Collins. Collins.
Collins.
Peter Mamazoulis.
Watson.
Connor Watson.
Watson.
He's back this week.
Yep.
Which will be a good inclusion.
He'll be a great inclusion.
Tavita Totola or Nafu White. Nafu White for me. I like him.
I like Nafi White. He's good late footwork. He
Yeah.
reminds me of a young Takiaho.
Yeah.
But Totola, it's Nafi White because I'm going to go with White because Totola has so much potential that has not been unlocked.
Yeah. I agree.
And he just doesn't show it, so I'm going to go with White.
Totola is 28 now.
Yeah, he should be. Yeah.
Nafu White's 22.
Yeah.
Big difference. Keon Kolomatangi or Angus Crichton. This is a tough one, considering how good Keon's been this season. But for going off, I've got to go Crichton.
Crichton.
Jai Arrow, CY Wong.
See what? No, actually, I'll go Jai Arrow.
Yeah, I'd go Jai Arrow. I hate him, but I think he's good.
Yeah, yeah.
Lachlan Hubner or Nat Butcher.
Nat Butcher. 4 tries, Nat Butcher, and captain, and vice captain, and goal kicker, and field goal.
Is that just to piss somebody off?
Yes.
Yeah, Nat Butcher. I do like the look of Lachlan Hubner. He's got the dog in him.
He does. He's got doggy, but he's not there yet.
All right. Jaden Sullivan, Zach Docker Clay. Zach Docker Clay. Savili Havili and Salisi Fogarty. Fogarty.
Yeah, Fogarty. Yeah. He's one of those players that actually helped the Panthers, helped the Roosters beat the Panthers.
Okay.
Yeah.
So who you going?
Fogarty. Fogarty.
Could be Fogarty.
We'll find out on the weekend.
Fogarty. I'll go Havili.
Oh, okay.
There was a random stat going around last year that Savili Havili hadn't been put on his back in a tackle for 160 games. Or something like that.
Oh, I'm changing my pick now. Jesus.
Tallis Duncan, Blake Steep. Tallis Duncan. Two young bulls.
And good prospects.
I think.
I'm going to go Blake Steep.
What has Blake Steep done? He hasn't done anything to prove he's better than Tallis Duncan yet.
Blake Steep, please.
Okay, fair enough.
Jack, please.
Fair enough. Davey Moali or Spencer Leniu?
Oh,
Spencer Leniu.
Spencer Leniu.
But yeah.
Yeah. That's comparison lineup. Scores back at the end of the match.
Let's go.
I can give you mine first.
Yeah, go.
Roosters 30, Rabbitohs 26.
Oh, tie game.
Tedesco, my man of the match.
I will go Rooster. Do I have to pick a winner here? I hate both these teams.
Yes, you got to pick a winner.
I think this is our first golden point game of the year.
You reckon?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And I think Sandon Smith, man of the match. 1918.
Oh, okay. Interesting. Okay. Next game, Eels v Dragons.
Dragons. 20.
Eels.
Oh,
Yes.
fair enough. 28-12.
40-0.
40-0.
Zach Lomax, man of the match.
40-0. Shit. Fair enough.
Yep, 40-0.
Damien Cook, man of the match.
Yeah, fair enough. 40-0. Eels win. Zach Lomax.
You always got to have one fucking stupid prediction in there, don't you?
Oh, well, this is going to be my second one. Titans v Dolphins.
Titans. Oh,
Titans.
I think Dolphins win. Where is it at?
Gold Coast.
Okay, that makes it a bit more tough. Oh, you're fucking Dolphins.
Dolphins. I've gone Titans.
Yeah.
Titans 26 to the Dolphins 14.
I think it's gonna be fucking really high scoring.
I also think so too. But I've just gone for that scoreline.
38 to 30. Dolphins win.
It's a good score. Man of the match.
Harvey Farnworth.
Who?
Harvey. Herbie.
Harvey Farnsworth.
Herbie Farnworth.
Harvey Farnsworth.
Yeah.
Eh?
We got a new player in the NRL?
Yeah, well, probably. Man of the match for me, Jaden Campbell.
Yeah, I do like Jaden Campbell. Yeah.
Let's say the prediction on 3. 1, 2, 3. Broncos v Tigers. 1, 2, 3. Broncos.
56-10. Broncos.
Well, that's lenient. I was going to go 60-0. Broncos.
Fair enough.
Reece Walsh, man of the match.
I'm going to go... Payne Haas is going to score 3 tries.
Oh, Jesus Christ. All right, if Payne Haas scores 3 tries, Jack has to wear a Broncos jersey.
You got no choice, Jacob.
Got no choice. Yeah. We shook on it, so you got no choice.
You got no choice.
Yep, pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Do you hear that sound? It's a big sound coming from the northern beaches side. It's the sound. It's the sound of a teamless comparison.
Oh my god! What?
What? Hey, not just one. We're gonna do 2.
Oh my god!
We're gonna do 2 for the Sunday games. So we're gonna do the Manly v Storm game
Yep.
first, and then we'll move into the Dogs night. So before we do that, do you want to give our
No,
predictions?
we'll wait till after.
We'll wait till
Yes.
after. Okay, fair enough. Well, you're the
All
boss.
So, Manly versus Storm. Hello, people. Fullbacks.
Ryan Pappenhausen.
Ryan Pappenhausen. Let me say it. Lehi Hopewadi, Ryan Pappenhausen.
I like Lee High.
I do too.
He's a good player,
Yeah.
but
Ryan
at the
Pappenhausen.
moment, Ryan Pappenhausen.
Is he living up to the origin hype that I've been...
Not yet. Not yet.
Who's
Not yet.
going to be the fullback?
I think Tedesco at the moment.
Tedesco.
I think Pappenhausen.
Oh, yeah, you're probably right because fucking Laurie Daly is going to go with that. Oh, and he's going to probably pick fucking Clint Gutherson in the centres.
he did that one.
Yeah, he did. Fucking tool.
Yes, but I think Tedesco at the moment. But Ryan
Yeah.
Pappenhausen would be my second.
Oh, yeah, 100%. Jason Saab or Warbrick. This is a tough one. If we're going on speed and flair, Jason Saab. But if we're going off brutality and try scoring,
Yes.
you go Warbrick. This is a tough one.
Both wingers are tough too.
No, not this week. Not this week.
I can't remember.
You know what?
Warbrick.
I'm gonna give it to Jason Saab
Yeah.
only because I'm looking at the rest.
Okay.
It's a pity one.
Okay.
Tolu Kola or Jack Howarth? Jack Howarth.
Tolu Kola.
Fair. I like Jack Howarth.
I think Jack.
I like Jack Howarth.
I just think Cola's. I don't know. Cola's just got a little flair. I reckon.
That's fair. No, that's fair.
You know,
Ruben Garrick or Grant Anderson?
Ruben Garrick.
Ruben Garrick, but Grant Anderson's
I like Grant Anderson. He's tough.
I think
He's really
if he
tough.
went to any other club, he would be a good find.
He'll be a mainstay, I reckon.
This is just Clayton for Walalo.
Xavier Coates.
Xavier Coates.
Xavier
That's what I was
Coates,
like.
I don't remember.
Um,
Sorry, I forgot Leo.
yeah.
I forgot Tom Turbo wasn't playing.
yes. Luke
This is going to be difficult.
Luke
these
Brooks, Cameron Munster, Cameron Munster, Premierships,
Cameron Munster.
Origins.
But his best is so far in between. Both players' best and worst are so far.
I can't believe. I like Luke Brooks, but he's nowhere near the level of Cameron Munster.
You're right. Come on.
Come on.
We talk about the top 8. We talk. We talking about top 8 and 5/8s earlier.
Yeah.
And they're both in the
They're
top
both
8.
in top 8, but one's in the top 3 and one's in the bottom 8 of.
Yes. True. Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Daly, Cherry Evans, Tyron Wishart.
Well, I'm hearing Jerome Hughes might be playing this weekend.
Oh. We're going off the team list. We're going off the team list, mate.
Oh, can't this be a 14 battle? Because Tyron Wishart would fucking shit all over him in a 14 battle. But we're going on 7. I have to go Daly Cherry Evans.
Oh, no, that's...
You have to. You can't change your pick.
Yeah, no, you're right. Yeah. Daly, Cherry Evans.
You got to go
Nathan Brown and Stefano Utkamanu.
Stefano as a starting prop.
Oh, yeah.
I
Oh,
don't know why
yeah.
Nathan is starting.
Nathan Brown.
Why is he starting?
And they got nobody else.
Okay, probably.
Harry Grant or Jazz Tavanga. Harry Grant.
Yeah, Harry Grant.
Siwa Tokyo or Josh King.
Oh, this one's tough.
Yeah.
Josh King.
Hamoli Olakwatu, Sean Blow.
Oh,
Schmol. Ben Jabojevic or Eli Katoa. Eli Katoa.
Another good one, though.
It is.
Eli Katoa, but it's another good one.
Jake Jabojevic or Trent Liero.
Jake Jabojevic.
Trent Liero for me.
Yeah, I'm going to go Gerbo.
No, that's fair. No, I can see. I think they're just...
Two different... Same player. I reckon they're the same player.
I like Trent Liero a lot. I think he's very unlucky not to... Didn't get an Origin game last year.
Oh, I think so too, but yeah, Gerbo for me.
Okay. On to the
Origin
bench.
captain, mate.
Yeah, I know.
Even
He
though
shouldn't be
played
the
like-
captain, but whatever.
Even though he only played like 30 minutes
Yeah.
of each game.
Jake
Jake
Simpkin, Broxton Garlic. Jake Simpkin.
Unfortunately, if it was Tyron Wishart, then it
no
would be
chance.
Wishy.
Yeah.
But
Corey Waddell, Alec McDonald, the battle of the shitters.
they're good players as well. They're half decent players. We could get a starting lineup in anywhere else.
Are you okay in the head?
Yeah, I am.
No, you're not.
I said what I said.
Corey Waddell.
Yes.
Corey Waddell.
Corey Waddell. Oh, actually, probably not.
Corey Waddell. Alec McDonald?
Yeah, Alex Waddell would get started anywhere else. If he was at the Eels or the Dragons, he would get a start.
I don't even think you'd get in at the Dragons.
Yeah.
Jaden Sewer. And who's the other one?
Alex McDonald's a front row forward, mate.
What I am seeing on my phone right now.
Yeah.
It says to me he's actually a lock.
Oh, is
Yes.
he? Yeah, I could say. Oh well, you can fuck that. Jack the Bill.
Yeah, no, that's fine. That's fine.
You can.
Whatever.
You can pay,
That's
replace,
fine.
Anyways, but yes, got to pick one, don't I?
Yeah, you do.
Alec McDonald, I guess, in the Storm system.
Yeah. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna pick Corey Waddell because when he was at the Bulldogs, I had a really nice conversation with him.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, we had like a 30-minute chat.
Oh,
yeah.
Nice. Hey, good.
Ethan Bullymore, Tia Kamakamitha. Ethan Bullymore for me.
Again, another tough one.
I think Ethan Bullymore is a dog.
He is a dog.
I like him.
I think Kama Tui. I'm going to call him
Tui.
Tui.
I think
he should be the starting. I think
Where?
Tui is.
Who are you going to replace?
But that's the thing. Who are you going to replace? But I'm going to go off the bench.
Ethan Bullymore. Yeah.
If it's off the bench.
Yeah. Tofor Sipley or Lazarus Valapu.
Sipley.
Yeah, Sipley, yeah. But look, Craig Bellamy's given a lot of trust in this Lazarus Valapu because he's played
in the grand final. He made his debut in a grand final.
And he's played every game so far this season. So
a lot of trust in him.
yes.
Predictions. Winners Storm bad.
Storm
24-12.
I think they make a fucking statement here.
Oh Jesus. Well, they're better.
32-10 Storm.
Jesus.
Ryan Pappenhausen man of the match performance again. to overtake Tedesco in the Origin. the
Brent Anderson made the match.
Yeah, no, I like that shout. I'm not. I don't think so. Because I'm very unbiased. When it comes to something like this, yes. Okay. All right. Fullback. Oh, sorry. We're doing the Bulldogs versus Knights, by the way. Oh, shit. Bulldogs versus Knights. Last game of the rounds. Connor Tracy, Callum Ponga.
Callum
Ponga. Blake Wilson, James Schiller. Blake Wilson for me.
Yeah, Blake. I'm going to go Blake Wilson.
Two very fucking difficult ones. Bronson Sherry, Dan Gagai. This is so tough. I think this is preference.
This is preference. I'm going to go Danko.
I'm going to go Bronson Sherry.
They're both, I think, yeah.
I think there's no wrong or right answer with that one.
No, I think we're just, yeah.
But the only thing I can hit you with is age.
Yeah, oh, definitely. Age is definitely the thing. But then I can hit back and go, hey, my player's been playing longer than your player.
Yeah,
So.
well, obviously, because he's older, you idiot.
Yeah, that's why.
It's not like... Do you know how old Bronson Cherry is still?
He's 23.
24.
I was close. 24.
He's still very young.
Yeah, still young.
Oh,
This one's gonna
fucking hell.
fuck.
See, I don't... You got to take your bias out of... You've really got to take your bias out of here. Stephen Cryan or Bradman Best? Stephen Cryan. Yeah. But if we're going off your previous arguments, premierships are... No. I think, yeah, I just...
This is the matchup.
I think, yeah, I agree. And I think this is the most difficult one to choose out of every single one. Because they are probably...
My heart says Bradman.
But your brain?
But my brain has to go Stephen.
Yeah.
Because he's such a good defensive center.
And what he has done for the Bulldogs.
And yes, and that.
And what he's for New South Wales.
Are we going to say
Well,
Bradman
yeah,
Best?
no, of course.
Bradman Best has won Origin games for.
Oh no, so was Stephen Cryan.
So was Stephen Cryan.
And Stephen Cryan has done it longer in Origin.
Yeah,
and
true,
has done it in grand finals and finals.
I'm not denying that, okay, mate. I'm just saying.
But as long as you pick Stephen Cryan, I'm happy with that. Let's move on. Otherwise, we're going to be here for 20 years. Marcelo Montoya or Greg Marju?
Greg Marju.
I can give you Greg Marju. I can give it to you.
I can give you back fence, and I can give you every time he catches the ball.
I can give you Marcelo Montoya back fence.
And you could.
I could give you his try scoring record.
And I can give you Greg Marju's run meters and tackle breaks and line breaks.
I can do that for the same with Marcelo Montoya.
I don't think you can.
We're going to be here for 20 years. I'm not going to do it. I'll do that off camera. And then we'll be back to tell you who's right. Bailey Hayward or Fletcher Sharp?
Fletcher Sharp.
I love you, Bailey, but it's got to be Fletcher Sharp. But if this was Matt Burton, you'd have no chance.
Yeah.
Yeah, unfortunately.
This next one's actually going to be a toughie.
Yeah, I agree.
I think this one's going to be a tough one.
Toby Sexton or Jack Cogger?
Hey, if we're going on premierships, Jack Cogger.
Jesus Christ.
He won that, apparently. He won the Panthers that grand final.
I'm going to go Toby Sexton.
Yeah, I think this, again, preference.
Yeah.
I think it's another preference one.
One can kick the ball and one cannot kick the ball.
They both can kick the ball.
No, yeah, can they?
They both
Can they?
can.
Are you sure about that? Why does Callum Ponga do a lot of your kicking?
It's Callum Ponga's the $1 million person. This is where it's going to get a bit ugly, I reckon.
Max King or Jacob Saifidi? Max King.
Jacob Saifidi. You want to talk about
No, no.
Origin? He's done
Don't
an
worry about it.
Origin.
No. It's fine. It's
You
fine.
want to talk about doing it in Origin?
Look.
You want to talk about
It's
people doing it
fine.
in
It's
Origin?
fine.
Shake it off, baby.
Yeah, because
He's
he
been
went
around for a long
because he
time.
went through a period where the New South Wales had no fucking forwards, so he had to play, and Max King has to get in front of all the fucking forwards.
And yet,
But he should.
And yet,
I think Max King.
look where we
I think
are.
Max King makes his Origin debut this year. Reid Marnie or Phoenix
Fuck Reid Marnie, Phoenix
Crossland?
Crossland. Phoenix
No,
Crossland.
I'm gonna. I can see your reasoning, and I know you hate Reid Marnie with a
Fucking
passion.
Reid Marnie. Want to punch that cauliflower looking. Yeah.
Cauliflowered.
Yeah, he's got cauliflower. Have you not seen his ear?
Yeah, leave him alone.
Okay.
Okay, he can't help that. Oh my god, why are we getting so personal?
You're like, Jesus Christ,
Leave him
man.
alone.
Jesus Christ.
Reid Money.
Phoenix Crossland.
Daniel Saluka Fafita or Leo Thompson? Leo Thompson.
Thompson.
Josh Curran or Thomas Cant?
This has to be the other way around.
Well, it's not the other way around.
It's not the other way around, but it has
Josh
to be
Curran.
the other way. I think, again, preference.
He's played.
Josh Curran.
I was going to say he's played 3 games of NRL,
Gonna go
mate.
Josh Curran. Tom, if we're doing this...
If he had played this
Tom-
full season, I'd probably.
I would go Tom Can't. Tommy can't, but at the moment, Josh Curran. This one's tough. This next one's tough. This one's a good one.
Jacob Preston, Tyson Frisell. If we're going off the... Since Jacob Preston has made his professional debut, which was last year, I think you got to go Jacob Preston. I know he hasn't played Origin, but look, I'm not going to... This is fine, but I'm going Jacob Preston just because...
See, they're both so similar as well. They're both try scoring.
I just think Jacob Preston has more to his game.
I see. Let's look at it like this. If it's Kai Pearce Paul versus Jacob Preston, it's a different. We're having a different conversation.
Yeah, but then who would you pick then?
Yeah, again, we'll be in this same dilemma again.
Oh, okay.
You know.
So you're saying Jacob
but-
Preston's so versatile, he can compete with 2 different style of players.
He could.
Oh, he
yeah.
definitely can.
Honestly,
He definitely can.
He could. He can definitely can. I'm not saying he can't.
Yeah.
I'm saying he absolutely can play with can compete with 2 different styles.
Yeah.
But for me personally, and what Tyson Frizzell brings for the Knights, I'm going to go with Tyson.
I think our bench smokes your bench, honestly. I'm just looking at it now, and I think it just fucking clean sweeps. Apart from maybe one.
Let's just wait.
Adam Elliott or Jamin Salmon?
Adam Elliott.
Adam Elliott.
If it was Kurt Mann, we're going Kurt Mann.
Speaking of Kurt Mann, 14.
Oh, shit.
Kurt Mann or Jaden Brayley? Mate, if you don't pick Kurt Mann, who has been arguably the Bulldogs' best player.
Why couldn't they just change? Why couldn't it just be Kurt Mann at 13, Jamin Salmon at...
Why does it matter? Because it'd be the same thing. You'd be picking one over the other.
I would be
It'd be 1 for 1 anyways.
I would be picking Kurt Mann and Jaden Brayley instead of Adam Elliott and then Kurt Mann.
Yeah.
Because the better option is Kurt Mann and Jaden Brayley.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, I know what you mean, but...
Kind of thing. I'm going to go Kurt Mann because of versatility.
And he's just a better player.
I'm not going to say he's a better player. I'm just going to go versatility.
The best availability is the best ability is availability.
I've said what I said.
Yeah, okay. Anyways, Harry Hayes or Jack Hetherington?
What?
Harry Hayes or Jack Hetherington?
Oh, Harry Hayes. Harry Hayes.
Harry
Mate,
Hayes.
fucking
He's
Harry
a
Hayes.
goat.
Let's
He's
get rid
a
of Jack.
goat.
Move on.
So, we're going from...
This would be preference, this next one.
Oh, yeah, of course.
This is definitely preference because it's 2 young kids,
Mm-hmm.
both coming through the systems.
Yeah.
Both really highly rated in both Bulldogs and Knight systems. So I think this is just preference.
Yep.
Because we both don't know.
I mean, I do.
You know a lot about Jack Todd. I know a lot about Jermaine McCool.
I've watched a lot of Jermaine Jermaine too. Don't worry about
Yeah,
it.
Jermaine
Don't
too,
you
so-
worry. I'll watch my stuff. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
But I think this is just preference, honestly. So I'm just going to go Jermaine.
Of course. As soon as you said it's just for preference, you're of course gonna pick him. But I don't care. Jack Todd. Yeah.
Yeah, again, preference.
Well,
Next
probably this next one's gonna be a preference too, isn't it?
Well, it depends who it is.
Curtis Morrow. Matt
And?
Croker. Curtis Morrow.
No, Matt Croker. No.
Curtis Morrow.
No, not even a preference. Matt
I
Croker.
think it's a preference.
No,
You can't just say.
It's for me. It's not a preference.
For me, it's a preference. But
For you, it must be preference.
Yeah.
For me, I don't think it's a preference. I think Matt Croker's an out and out better football player,
okay,
and that's fine.
that's fine.
And that's my
That's
opinion.
fine. You can have your opinion.
And you can't shit on my opinion.
No, I'm not. I'm not. But you can't tell me I can't have a preference.
That's
That's what you're telling me.
I
You-
didn't say
no,
that.
no.
I didn't say
Yes,
that.
yes, you
I
did.
did say
Yes,
that.
you did.
I said that. I'm not saying a preference. I just think overall Matt Croker is a better footballer than Curtis Morrow.
Even. Sorry. I'm just.
Are we going to do the extended bench as well?
Of course.
Who's on the extended bench, go?
We really have to do this.
Yes, we really have to do this.
Lipai Hopboy or Brody Jones?
Brody Jones.
I'm not picking anybody here. I'm just going through it.
I'm just thinking.
Blake Taft, Carl McCarthy, Jake Turpin, Matthew Arthur, Luke Smith, Jackson Hastings, and Jacob Carraz and Tyrone Thompson.
Okay.
Are we going to do coaches too? I mean, Cameron Ciraldo or Adam O'Brien?
Jesus Christ, let's not do that.
Oh, the Bulldogs are losing this game. I just seen who the ref was. The Bulldogs are
Who's the
losing.
ref?
Fucking Ashley Klein.
Oh, okay. I thought you were about to say Liam Kennedy, and I'm like, if it's fucking Liam Kennedy, is Liam Kennedy
I don't
referenced
know.
this weekend?
I
Let's
don't
have a
know.
look. I'm gonna have a look at seeing Liam Kennedy's reference this weekend.
So what? It was Ponga, Wilson, Even, Cryan, Marju, Even. Oh no, Sharp. Even. Thompson, Curran, Elliot.
Yep.
Basing it off the Bulldogs are the underdogs, so that's fantastic.
The Bulldogs on the
Yeah, apparently so. If we're going off based off bloody
Oh, okay. Okay. Okay.
I'm just stating the truth right now. If we're going off what we just did, the Bulldogs are the Knights should be the favourites.
Okay. Well, they're not the
Oh
favorites.
no,
are
they're
they?
not. They're not.
They're not the favorites. so-
Anyways, let's give. What's your prediction for this game?
My prediction. Okay. Knights are gonna win.
Okay.
24-20.
Okay.
Fletcher Sharp man of the match.
Okay. I don't care that you picked the Knights to win, right? But
What's wrong with the scoreline? It's close.
No. The scoreline just confuses me because
24-20.
the Knights struggle to score points, and the
No, they
Bulldogs are so good defensively. It just doesn't match up. If you get me.
Okay, yeah. We do score points. Like, we looked at that game versus the Dolphins. We scored like 26 points
26 points against a shocking Dolphin side
against the Dolphins side.
that is not known for its defense.
Correct. Yes.
So you think they're going to score 2 less points in this game?
Yes, correct.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's your prediction.
It's my
Your
prediction.
prediction, which is fair enough.
It's my prediction. And your prediction would be Bulldogs winning.
Yep.
And 44-0.
No.
Wouldn't it? Okay.
I'm not that fucking biased.
Oh, sorry. 36-0.
No. I do think the Bulldogs win. I think the Bulldogs win. I think we win 28. 28-16.
Respectable.
I think that's more of a realistic scoreline basing on defense and attack.
Mhm.
If you feel me.
Oh, I feel you.
if
Oh,
we're
I
comparing
feel you.
defense and attack.
I feel you.
But
I feel you.
like, I could agree with you if you said both teams would score under 20 and Newcastle would win. I would respect that more than the scoreline you have chose.
I think so. I think yeah.
If you feel me.
I feel you. I think. Oh yeah. I think if we go like this, anything under 20 Knights win. Anything over 20 Bulldogs win.
So your prediction is just completely wrong.
I'm doing it for the video, man. Like, come on. I'm doing it for the views. I'm doing it for the video. You don't need to buy my, logic out of the water. I'm doing it for the views. You do it for the views and then you bring logic back into it. But yes, I think anything below 20, Knights win. Anything above 20, Bulldogs win.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah. So if Knights are on 20, Knights are going to lose.
Even if there's 20 minutes to go and the Bulldogs are losing 20-6.
Probably, I would never be comfortable.
Yeah, that's fair.
I would never be comfortable. So, but yeah.
Okay.
That's it.
That is it.
That is it. There's no one died. No one got beaten up after that. I thought, maybe
Someone might get beaten up on Sunday, though.
there. Maybe we'll see. We'll see how we go. Praying that the Knights win, not for your sake, my sake, against you, but for other sakes as well.
Look, it's just a game of rugby league. It's not
just a
life or
game of
death, is it?
I mean, sometimes it is.
Grand final's different. But a round 5 game, it's not life or
think
death.
Sometimes it is.
Unless the
life or
Bulldogs
death.
lose 66-0, then I'm kidding. We do not condone that.
That's the end of the video.
No, that is getting cut out.
It's getting cut out apparently. Like and subscribe.
I said if the Bulldogs lose 66-0, I'll be loving myself.
Okay, yeah, that's what he said. So if if you listen to that, you give us a like, give us a follow. Don't love yourself.
No, wait, no.
In it, do love yourself.
Do love yourself.
Do love yourself, but not in the way that he said it. Love yourself in the loving way.
Myself. Anyways,
okay.
Remember to leave us.
Love yourself because no one will love you for you.
Yep. Boom. Personal experience, that one is.
If you know, you know.
Thank you guys for listening.
This is the podcast there at Dirty Laundry.
Yes.
That's all right.
That's fine. Leave us 5 stars on Spotify. Leave us a like on YouTube. Remember to
subscribe.
Yeah, subscribe and give us a follow. Why not?
Look at the TikTok.
Yeah,
TikTok's blowing up.
look at our socials. The Armchair Coaches on Instagram and TikTok, and Spotify and YouTube.
And Spotify and YouTube. Should we make a Facebook account? Nah.
For the mums to see.
Yeah.
Maybe.
We could go all the hot single mums, maybe.
Okay. I do not take part of this. Thank you for listening. And
hopefully Jacob's back next week.
Yeah.
Let's hope he's back next week.
You know what? Yeah.
Or if not, Ned Brockman can join us next weekend.
I'm going to contact you, Ned.
Do you have Ned's contact details?
No.
Hey, since you've had a 30-minute conversation with Corey Waddell, do you reckon he'll jump on the potty with us? Oh, okay. All right.
Definitely
Sorry,
sorry,
Corey Waddell.
But I don't think you would. I don't think you're that type of person. Nah, he definitely would be.
I reckon he'd be down for a chat.
We are definitely getting someone on here.
We definitely have to.
Yeah.
We don't know who, though. Who are we going to get on here? Leave a comment who you think we should have on here.
Who you think?
Who do you think? Who should be our first ever special guest on the Armchair Coaches?
Maybe it could be Bunny Faye.
Maybe. Oh, maybe.
No fans allowed.
No fans allowed. Let's not go. Okay. Let's.
Only superstar. I'm joking.
Jesus Christ. Yeah. Sorry, Bunny Faye, mate.
I'm on a mad one tonight, and
Let's cut this out. Let's say bye now.
Goodbye.
before he says something that
Goodbye.
cancels out.
Peace.